This is where you want to be. You want to be alone here on this pillar, while 99% of other creators are, oh my God, what's going on? Why am I not going on YouTube? It's simple. Very simple. So we're going to start with the first framework that I think is honestly the most important, because a lot of people ignore it because they don't think it's important. But without this first framework, nothing else works. A possibility mindset. Now, to explain this story, I'm going to tell you a tale of how we used to get girls when I was in university. We called it the point and kill method. So, we just got into university, some freshmen, 100 level, eager to explore the world, the older girls, everything. And there was a problem. We didn't know how to approach these ladies. We would come out at night and just be gawking at all these ladies. And I think a few of them caught us. I'm like, ew, creepy, get away. So basically, we didn't know how to do this. So a friend of mine, I think we were four, he came up with a game we used to play. He said, point and kill. What it meant is, when they point at a girl, you have to approach her and talk to her. So, and by approaching her, you have to get her number or Instagram handle. We didn't really use numbers in, at least my time. We used Instagram handles. Get her Instagram. And so, that was the game. But if you fail to do that, you have to give up your dinner that night. So, food was on the line. And a lot of us were reluctant, but eventually we all caved in and we're like, okay, yes, let's play point and kill. So, it was frightening. Imagine trying to walk up to this hot baddie, Ice Spice looking shorty, light skin, gray hair, big bunda. Sorry, let me be professional. A good looking woman. Yeah. Imagine trying to walk up to a good looking woman. You're 100 level. This is like your first year university, These girls are 300, 400, 500 if they are doing an engineering course. So they're way more experienced and older than you. At least most of them were. And you are shivering in your slides because how the hell do you do this? But because we have all agreed to play this game, we're like, fuck it. We approached anyway because I wanted to eat my dinner. I didn't eat enough during the day because I'm having classes. I have to read all that school shit. So during the day, I'm really exhausted. And in the night, I just want to eat my meal. Take a break, walk around, and just eat my meal. But because of this game, I might have to sacrifice my dinner. And there are three other guys willing to wrestle it off me. Because I can't say, no, I'm not going to. They are going to take it from me. So, because of this, it led to first building up my confidence because I got used to talking to girls. Because it's not that difficult. What you have to do is approach these ladies. And the problem we had was a possibility mindset. We did think that these girls would be interested in us because we were fresh. We were freshmen, 100 level, freshers. We didn't think anyone would be interested in us. I mean, we underestimated how good looking we were. I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I'm just saying, like, we underestimated it greatly. And so, because of that, we didn't know. So, because a lot of times we ended up pulling a lot of girls, getting a lot of Instagram handles because you just approach, say, hi, how you doing? I like the way you look, I like your style. Do you mind if we have a conversation? Just be nice, polite. The younger Gen Z, they call it Riz, short for charisma. So just be a presentable person. You look nice, you smell nice. You ask her if she's willing to talk. If she's attracted, why not? You get? And easily you could get 10 handles that night. Sometimes the babes even see you approaching another babe and they're like, oh, that's how you are. But it's just a game. Because most of the time we don't hit up. Maybe one or two, but you don't hit up any of these girls. Because, come on, are you Solomon? You want to hit up like 20, 30 shorties? Come on, chill. So, what I'm saying is, you have to point and kill. You have to have a mindset that, look, despite whatever my condition is, I can grow on YouTube. You have to have a possibility mindset that this thing is possible. That's the most important thing, having a possibility mindset. Because the only reason we couldn't get girls was because we thought we couldn't get girls. Why? Because we were in 100 level. But that turned out to be the reason why a lot of girls wanted to talk to us, because we were fresh. Granted, we didn't have experience as some of the older guys. When you get older, you start realizing, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, okay, I could have done this smoother. But it doesn't matter because you actually approaching girls in when you are in 100 level, 200 level, before you become a senior, you've built up enough confidence and evidence that, yeah, I know how to do this thing. If I say this and say this, she's probably going to give me a number. And so a friend of mine, when we were in like 400 level, yeah, so that's fourth year in uni. So he came over and he saw that there was this girl. She was really pretty. I like what she wore, and I just walked over to her and approached her, and I got her IG handle. We talked for a bit, and I asked if she'd like to talk some more. She was like, yeah. And I got her IG handle, and then my roommate then did not used to talk. 4 years, he doesn't talk to women, and he approaches me like, how did you just do that so easily? I'm like, I just talked to her. You literally just walk up to her and you talk to her. And the idea is so simple, but because he has never done it, it's so difficult for him. Because he doesn't believe he has that kind of power. And the truth is, most of the times, we have the power. We just have to determine that we can do it. So the first thing I want you to put in your head is, I can do this thing. The greatest limit we put on ourselves is ourselves. Because we give ourselves a threshold that we think is the highest we can go. But just thinking, yes, I can probably do this thing. Also having an incentive like missing your dinner, put something on the line. It will show you that, oh, I can actually do this thing because I wasn't going to not eat dinner because of some baddie from a different state that will probably lose interest in me when another older guy comes over. She probably lose interest, but for now she's into me, so I might as well just get the number. We don't have to talk, nothing has come of it. It's just to build up our confidence. So that's the same thing. You have to have it that in your mind that this is possible, I can do this thing. So that's the first thing. Now, once you've built this mindset, how do you now, what's the next step? Okay, Kola, I get it. I already think that way, I think it's possible. I don't think that's going to help me out. How is God going to help me get ahead? What else is going to help me get ahead of 99% of other creators? Good question. So the second thing is the philosophy of more. This is one amazing thing I've learned from Alex Hormozi and Ali Abdaal. The philosophy of more. People underestimate the amount of work you have to do to be successful. Brother, they underestimate it. Just like my previous example, I didn't get confident talking to girls after approaching the first, second, or third girl. It took a while. It took a number of girls, for me to actually understand, oh, I might be attractive. Oh, I'm actually funny. Oh, girls actually like me. Like, oh, okay, James Bond. I see you, Black James. Do you get what I'm saying? It took me a while to reach that point. It didn't happen overnight. Trust me. I mentioned that I would not forfeit my dinner. Yeah, there were some nights I did. Because some babes, they were so pretty that they were terrifying. I know most guys can relate to, and maybe some girls if they're, I don't know what you're interested in, but most guys will relate to this because sometimes a girl is so pretty that you are so scared of approaching this lady because you're like, oh my God, how do I talk to someone? You've put her on a pedestal already. Okay, I'm not a relationship coach, but never do that. Never put the girl on the pedestal, but that's not what we're talking about here. Because you've made this thing seem so, you've put yourself so far below you think is that she's unattainable. But the truth is, once you get to talking to a lot of these girls, a lot of baddies, baddies, whether she's a baddie, she's a hottie, she's a, which other word do they call really voluptuous, attractive looking young ladies these days? Shorties, whatever you want to call them. Hot chicks, whatever you want to call them. The more you talk to them, the less you realize there's nothing there. Most of these girls are really insecure and they were actually hoping you will talk to them. That's one truth I can tell you. And two, you're actually more attractive than you think you are. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you just have to work on yourself a bit, get a better haircut that actually fits you. But the thing is, you can only figure all this out by doing more, talking to more girls. So I'm going to tell you another story. I learned a lot from my short life. I'm only 22. So in high school, I was really good at physics. I loved physics. You know, I wanted to be a physicist at some point, but then life happened. So we had this test coming up, and I really wanted to ace it because I wanted to be the best in the class. Yeah, that was what I was on. I wanted to be, because I really love physics. I wanted to have the highest score. So before that test, I was practicing questions, and the night before the test, I was doing some more questions. And what happened was there was this question I just couldn't answer. Try as I may, I could not figure out how the bleep do I answer this question. Because normally you have the textbook and then you have the answer sheet. So I'll do all the questions and figure out, okay, I got the answer right. But this particular question, I couldn't get it right. And it pissed me off. It pissed me off a lot that I couldn't get this question right. So what did I do? Did I close it and go to bed? No. I just continued trying. Kept on trying. So many attempts. I think at the end of the day, I had like 20, 25 attempts after, because, and keep in mind, I had done like 50 questions prior. It wasn't as like this was, if I've done a lot of questions. So mentally I was fatigued, but emotionally I really wanted to get this question. I just really wanted to get this question right. So finally, around between the 20th and the 30th attempt, I got it right. Like, oh, I clicked. I was using the wrong principle. I can't remember it now. All I remember is I was using the wrong principle. I was mixing up the value I shouldn't have mixed up, and that's why I wasn't getting the answer. So the day of the test came, and I slept really happy. The day of the test came, and lo and behold, guess what the second question? There were only two questions. One question was basically definitions. The second question was that calculation. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And you know, I looked around, I could see people like biting their pens, like, how do you solve this? But I finished really early and I submitted, and I left the lab because I was done with it. So in about a week or so, our results came in. And then a lot of people, I think only I and two other guys got that question right. Most people failed it, you know, and it was worth like half of the marks. So basically, you've lost half of everything already. So, but I got everything. So then a friend of mine, she said, Kola, you're so lucky. And then I was like, luck. I was kind of pissed, but I didn't want to show. I was like, luck. No. The reason I got this right is because this is like my 30th, 20th time trying this question. You guys are just trying it. It's not luck. I've just done more. And so now that I think back, every time I want to give up when I'm trying to do something, I think, you just have to do more. To get that, your first $1,000, reach out to that one more client. Reach out, post that one more video, post that one more Instagram reel, post that one more TikTok. It takes, just do more. So like, these are the foundations that I want you to keep in mind. First, have a possibility mindset. Doing this content thing and you are negative, it's not going to work. You might as well continue your 9 to 5, whatever you want to do. This is not going to work out for you. Because you have to consistently, you almost have to be delusional. I say, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work. And then you have to actually put in the effort. You have to do more. It takes so much more attempts. And realizing that each time you fail, it's not an obstacle. You just figured out a way that it won't work. So it's actually a stepping stone. You're like, okay. Then you just stack it up. Okay, I'm one step closer now. So that is what you have to have up here. Because if you don't have that, this thing it can drive you crazy. There's sometimes I'm like, it didn't do well again. Just 20 views. I'm like, what? Then the next video does 500 views. I'm like, okay. Then it drops again. Then I get it back again. And then it's the same thing with content. You cannot afford to not do the work. You cannot afford to have the wrong mindset. So this is the first step to beating 99% of people, getting ahead of 99% of creators. Have the right mentality and do more work than they are willing to do. Because the harder it gets, the more people fall off. And that's where the few people who struggle, who strive, no matter what, win. Because they said, I'm not stopping for anything. We are doing this thing till I die. Okay, you don't have to die. But they are willing to do more. So the question I have for you right now is, are you willing to do more? If you're not, then just drop off this video. There's no point watching this whole video. Are you willing to do more? You have to be willing to do more. More than what you're currently doing. You have to push yourself to the limit. So I want you to have that in mind moving forward. That is how it's going to be. So now, I hope that resonated with you. If it did, now let's talk about, you are willing to do more, but now how can you get more for what you put in? Let's talk about leverage. Leverage, simply, I'm going to define it very simply, because very simple, yeah. Because a lot of people tend to give complex definitions to things. No, leverage is what you put in and what you get out. So, I'm gonna give this example. Let's say you're a student, yeah, you're studying for a test. I like using students because I think at some point everyone's a student, so you could understand. Imagine you spend 4 hours reading for a test, and then the result comes and you get a C. Then someone else spends 30 minutes and the result comes and he gets an A plus. Who has higher leverage? The second guy, because he puts in 30 minutes and got an A. You put in 4 hours and you got a C, which means he was just pulling on a better lever. He knew the right questions, so he didn't have to put 30 minutes and, okay, A plus. You did 4 hours. You're struggling, and you got a C because you didn't do the right questions. So that's basically what it is. What you put in, what you get out. That's leverage. So now let's move forward. Now, this is from Alex Omozi. Shout out to Alex Omozi. Love that guy. These are the 4 types of leverage. You have collaboration, capital, content, and code. Collaboration means people. The people you work with, the people you work for you. Teams get things done faster than one person. I think that's a no-brainer. But if you don't understand why teams will help you get farther in life, imagine LeBron James versus Jolene LeBron James on one team, and then 5 average college players on the other team. Who is going to win that game? Yeah? Huh? Who? It's college players, because it's LeBron versus 5 people. He can't be five places at the same time. When he's on one person, there are 4 people free. So they honestly don't have to do too much. He's going to be struggling. And that's why even if you're a star player, you still need a team around you to succeed. That's honestly how it is. Then the second thing is capital. Capital means you have money to invest in something to give you more of another thing. So let me say crypto, you put some money in cryptocurrency and you get a whole lot more. You put money in stocks and you get a whole lot more out of it. That's capital. Content is what you're learning right now. Making YouTube videos, making Instagram content, making TikTok videos, making tweets on X, on Twitter, Twitter, formerly known as whatever, they might change again, but whatever, X, Quora. Basically putting your ideas out to the world. That's content. And then code. Code refers to applications. You know, Facebook, Instagram, they have millions of users, so it has high leverage. You make one app, you can get millions of users. You make one video, you can get millions of views. You make one right investment, you can get $1 million. You have one right team, you can 10x, 20x your growth, because you have 5 people doing it at a faster rate rather than just one person. I hope that makes sense. So those are the types of leverage. So now, but we're going to be talking about content. Why? Because content is free art. It's free attention. Why is that important? Because attention is social currency. It is easily exchangeable. It's social currency, and social currency is easily exchangeable for real currency. It's the easiest exchange rate. Trust me. Rather than pounds, dollars, naira, dollars, yen, yuan. Forget all those. You have attention, you can easily convert it to pounds, naira, dollars, if you have attention from the right people. So this is why content is so important. It is free. You literally pay, like, social media has made it so accessible to everyone. You don't need to pay anybody. Put the work in and create content. That is why the greatest way to get ahead is to make more content. People are not doing enough. You want more clients for your coaching business? Make more content. Show people your expertise. Show people you know what you're talking about. Show people you can help them get to their dream destination. Why you should make more content? It's a social currency. Why is social currency important? Because it can get you real currency. Why is real currency important? I don't know. Maybe you want to buy a new car. You need to pay your rent. You need to take your kids to school. You need to buy that new laptop because your old laptop is acting up. You need a new phone. You need to take your girlfriend out or she's going to leave you. There are a lot of reasons why you want real currency. And getting real currency starts from making free content. So it's a pretty good bargain. You see what I'm saying? It's an amazing... We live in a very amazing time. These opportunities were not available 30, 40, 50 years ago. Now a kid like me can make a video and make $20,000. Okay, I'm exaggerating. 1,000. You can do the same. So, you understand social currency, yeah? But let me put it in greater context so you can see what I'm saying. One YouTube video, can reach 1 million people, potentially. Forget whatever you're doing right now. If you went viral tomorrow, your video could reach 1 million people. If you have a product for $1, just $1, you're selling an ebook for $1, a digital guide for $1. And theoretically speaking, I'm not going to use anything. I'm just going to be speaking purely theoretically. $1, and each of these people buy it. You've made $1 million. You see why I say social currency is the easiest way to get real currency? It's the best exchange rate because it comes for free. You don't need dollars to buy naira. You don't need naira to buy dollars. You just need to make content to get money. And so, you've understood this, but now, how do I stand out, Kola? There's so many people on YouTube. It's not. Why should I even do YouTube right now? It's not possible. Relax. Relax, bro. Relax. One more example before we move on. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, when he used to take us to school, he likes to listen to Yoruba music. So in the car, there's a radio station that plays Yoruba music. And I'm always wondering because it used to amaze me. From one station somewhere is broadcasting to every car on the road. You know, if another car drives by and they're on the same station, you can hear exactly, it's the exact same thing. You're both listening to it and you're like, oh. I was like, oh, this is cool. So it's the same way content works. It's a modern day radio. But right now, there are no gatekeepers. There's nobody stopping you from making an Instagram video. Nobody's stopping you from making a TikTok. Nobody's stopping you from tweeting. There's no one stopping you from making a YouTube video. I think that you have to pay to get yourself heard on the radio. Now you have one free transmitter and you can reach so many receivers if you put the work in. But everybody always says this: YouTube is saturated. How can I reach these people? I want to tell you, YouTube is not saturated. Let me show you why. There are 2.7 billion monthly active users, still growing on YouTube, and there are only 61.8 million creators. The number of people creating content is not even up to 1% of the people using these platforms. Are you trying to tell me you can't make a video that's going to reach 1,000 people, and out of those 1,000 people, there'll be 100 interested in what you do? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because you don't even need to reach 2.7 billion. I think that's too many customers. I can't even imagine. What? That's a lot. I'm okay with 1,000. If 100 is, even at my current stage, 100 is overwhelming. So, if you do the math, there's at least 10 people that will be interested in what you have to say. Why would they be interested in what you have to say now? I hope you've seen that it's not saturated. So now, okay, Kola, why should they be interested in me? Brand. It's very simple. Brand. What is brand? I will explain it in formulas. I graduated with an engineering degree, so I like to use formulas because they make things easier to remember. Brand is personality plus association plus recognition. Who you are as a person, bro, show you, man. I don't. When I'm speaking, this is me. I'm normally very energetic. I use my hands a lot, so I do it. So I'm always like this. So I've always been like this. So I show it because I'm not hiding anything. Brand is personality plus association. Now, what is association? Association means association. I got it right. Association. It means people recognize you or affiliate you with a certain feeling. Let me give you an example. Nike. When you think Nike, what do you think about? Just do it, right? Because they've been associated with being cool and taking action. Just do it, bro. Everyone can be athletic. Just do it. Fantastic motto. Do they call it a motto? Fantastic motto. Whatever, fantastic saying, whatever it is amazing. Recognition. Now, apart from people associating you, over time, you become recognized for that. If you look at Nike, they had a collaboration with Michael Jordan, the Air Jordans, flew off the shelf. So, after that association, it led to more recognition for them. You get what I'm saying? So, that is why this formula, just remember PAR, personality, association, recognition. Who are you? What are values that you hold dear that are very important to you? Those values are what you want people to associate with you when they come to your channel, when they come to your page. That's the way you want them to feel, because that's how you feel. And then over time, recognition has a time factor there. That is what you become. Nike is the Just Do It brand. You become the professional guy. You become the funny guy. You become the hardworking guy. You become the Mission Impossible guy. You see? So I did there. Immediately I said Mission Impossible. What do you think about Tom Cruise? You get what I'm saying? He has done that movie franchise for so long. If I say Mission Impossible, you think Tom Cruise. If I say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you think Will Smith. Right? You see how it works? If I say John Wick, you think Keanu Reeves. So you recognize him anywhere, or you can also think about the Matrix. So his personality, the personality of the character has been associated with Keanu, John Wick, Keanu. And because he has done it over time, he's recognized for it, and it has become a brand. The John Wick movie franchise is a brand. If they drop a movie, it's going to sell because it is a brand. It's not just a normal commodity. But how do you get your brand out there? Marketing. So I'm going to tell you what it is. A lot of people have crazy definitions for brand and marketing. But honestly speaking, it's not that deep. Brand is communicating who you are, your values of you or your company, whatever you do, through your personality, association with other things and people that aligns with your personality, the values of your personality, and you do it long enough to become recognized. Marketing is telling 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people over 1,000 times. Marketing is volume. How loud? La. That's what marketing is. This is what we're about. This is what we are about, and these are the people we're going to tell. This is how we're going to get it to them. Marketing is volume. Just increasing, making it louder. Like, this is what we're about, this is what we're about, this is what we're about, this is what we're about. Putting it in as many places as you can. That's what marketing is. And we like to use, at KA Digital, we like to use our AARC framework. So what it means is attention, activation, retention, and cash. Cash, baby. Attention basically means you get people to watch your content, your YouTube videos, your Instagram Reels, your TikToks, your Instagram carousel posts, your X tweets. You get people's attention, and then you activate them by giving them value. This can be value in your content. This can be free stuff. Let's say you are a fitness coach, you give them a meal planner or something. What else? Also, they can be part of your mailing list, and they can get valuable information sent to them consistently. Their retention is basically attention and activation on steroids. It's also a value of, it's like recognition from brand. It's a value of time. How long can you deliver this? Do it consistently. Give attention and you provide value through activation, because that's what's going to activate them to become part of your brand, because you have their attention, but without activating them, they are just viewers. They come in, they go, they come in, they go. Once they're activated, then your inner circle, then your community. And once you have them in your community, it won't take long before they're giving you the C power of our framework, cash. So attention, activation, retention, cash. You have to do it for so long. It takes time. People underestimate the amount of time it takes. That's why of the framework, the R is very important. Retention, attention, and activation consistently. You do it again and again and again and again. So the AARC framework, take a screenshot if you want to. So always keep in mind that create content to get attention to what you do, your brands, people who resonate with you through your free offers, your free documents, the value you put in your content are going to be activated, and then you retain them by doing it again and again and again. If not, they'll leave and find someone else who will do it for them. That's how life works, bro. So you have to put the work in, like I said before. So now you've understood all this. What is stopping you from making 10K a month? Because, okay, you've understood you need a possibility mindset. You need to do a whole lot more. Yeah? You understood that YouTube is not saturated. You just need to create a brand for yourself based on you. What is stopping you now? I like to call this ignorance debt. I learned it from Alex Hormozi again. So the ignorance debt basically means, I'll give you an example. Okay, let me define it first. Is the amount you pay for what you don't know, and you actually don't know that you're paying this amount. Let's say your goal is to hit $10,000 a month, but your current income is $3,000 a month. So your ignorance debt means is $3,000 minus $10,000. It means you are $7,000 in debt, because what you don't know is costing you $7,000. Because if you knew everything you needed, you'd be hitting $10,000 a month already. But because of what you don't know, you're not hitting it. You get what I'm saying? It's that simple. If your goal is $5,000 a month and you're doing $500 a month, your ignorance debt is $4,500. $4,500. Because you don't know. And also, everything you don't know costs you $4,500 every month. If your goal is $10,000, you're making $3,000, it costs you $7,000 every month. So how do you reduce your ignorance debt? There's only one way to reduce your ignorance debt. You have to become more valuable. How do you become more valuable? You learn more valuable skills, high income skills. So this is the secret sauce. You need to learn these skills. How to research great ideas for your YouTube channel. How to do great copywriting. Copywriting is the act of writing text that creates sales or persuades people to take action. You have to learn that too. You have to learn how to record good videos, and the recording part doesn't take a lot. You have to learn content creation. After that, you learn video editing, you learn social media management, then you learn how to actually sell stuff. Sales is very important. That's how the world goes around. And then you have to now build systems that will do this for you automatically. So these are the skills you need to learn, and they will take you anything from whenever you start to 5-10 years to master. If you master, you might not master, you might just improve a lot every year. But I guarantee you that if you start now, you go a whole lot further than if you start later. So market research, copywriting, recording, content creation, video editing, social media management, sales, and systems. You need to learn how to build all these things. That is how you get ahead of 99% of other creators. It's not simple, because you want to be in the 1% of creators. It is not simple. It takes work. So that is all for this video. If this seems daunting for you and you actually want to build on YouTube, but you want like guidance, you want someone to hold your hand, so you can get there faster. Like how you learn to ride the bike with stabilizers so they can guide you along the way. We work with entrepreneurs and coaches who are trying to build and monetize their channel so that they can save time and be more efficient. If you're interested in that, just check the link below. It's the first link there. Just check it out, book a call, and I'll speak with you to see how we can move forward. But I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you take action. More importantly, that's the most important thing. Take action. Do something. So that's all I have to say for now, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.